Welcome back. Polling underway in the national capital. It's a fight between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, with the Congress also there in the mix. Now, the voter turnout till 3 p.m. till 1 p.m. was 33.7, and by 3 p.m. it was 46.6%, and that's higher from back in 2020. Now, it's after a decade in power that AAP is facing its toughest challenge yet, battling corruption allegations, also anti-incumbency, really hoping though for a third term. BJP, however, determined to break AAP's decade-long dominance. The BJP sees this election as a prestige battle, a chance to regain control of the national capital after 27 years. So 70 seats going to the polls. There you can see some of the prominent politicians, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Sonia Gandhi there casting their vote. You had the Chief Justice, President Draupadi Murmu, also casting her vote this morning. Remember, in the build-up, and Arvind Kejriwal came with his parents to cast his vote. The former Chief Minister, will he be CM again? And there you have Atishi, the current Chief Minister of Delhi. As we said, there's been a lot of accusations, counter-accusations between the AAP and BJP in the run-up to the elections over money distribution and fake voting as well. Just a short while ago, the Delhi police, in fact, held a press conference where they did speak about money that was seized and two fake voters. Well, to talk more about this, we're now joined by Shreya from, she joins us from IIT, Ishika from the BJP headquarters, and we'll also later go across to senior journalist Aarti Jairath and political analyst Amitabh Tiwari. Thank you so much for being with us. First, let's go across to Shreya. And Shreya, what is the latest you can tell us? I can see you have, some leaders, voters over there.
That's right. I am in the IIT campus, and as you can see, people are coming to cast their vote. We also spoke to Aam Aadmi Party MP Sandeep Pathak a few minutes back, and now I have Mr. Satish Upadhyay with me, BJP leader. Sir, what kind of feedback are you getting so far? The voter turnout is 46%. In Mustafabad, we have seen the highest voter turnout, and Mustafabad is a minority bastion. What do you think?
ओनली ऑप्शन इज कमल खिल रहा है, कमल खिल रहा है, कमल खिल रहा है, आपदा जा रही है। इसके अलावा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है। दिल्ली में जिस प्रकार का रिस्पांस है जो हम सुबह से देख रहे हैं, इट इज़ ए ग्रेट रिस्पांस एंड एवरीबडी इज वोटिंग फॉर बीजेपी एंड इट्स एनफ। पीपल आर सेइंग एनफ इज एनफ, इट्स डन फॉर आपदा।
Right. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. I also have several voters here who have come and have already cast their vote. 2 more hours to go. And sir, आप हमें बताइए क्या लगता है आपको इस बार का दिल्ली असेंबली इलेक्शंस? काफ़ी तगड़ी फाइट है बिटवीन आम आदमी पार्टी एंड बीजेपी। अभी सतीश जी से बात हुआ, वो बोल रहे कि बीजेपी तो जीत रही है, कमल खिल रही है। आपको क्या लगता है?
I'm not seeing any fight between the BJP enough. We are voting for to elect a CM, honest CM, Alex CM, and there are some common issues which impact our day-to-day life, like water, sanitation, electricity, buses.
Do people want change in government?
I don't think so. People want change. Why? Because see, we have to. There is no any alternate to Kejriwal as of now, right? BJP has no any agenda, no any vision for Delhi, and most importantly, they don't have any face. Unlike they have a face, Modi face at the center.
That's true. We know that it is going to be a litmus test of popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal, as he said. I'm also joined by another voter. Ma'am, we know that women voters have been quite instrumental for not only Aam Aadmi Party but also other parties. What do you think about these freebie promises, be it 2,500 cash transfer promise or 2,100 by Aam Aadmi Party? What do you think about that?
देखो, ऐसा है कि केजरीवाल सरकार और दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट जो वादे करती है अपने, वो पूरा करती है, और जो बीजेपी भ्रम में डूब रही है तो वो भ्रम है। सिर्फ वो देख केजरीवाल जी क्या कर रहे हैं, वो उनकी कॉपी करते हैं, और कॉपी करने वाला कभी जीतता तो नहीं है। और झूठा जो भ्रम फैला रहे हैं इनके लोग, कोई भी कैंडिडेट आया है, कोई भी कुछ आया, हम आम आदमी पार्टी का मतलब ये है कि हम सिंपल लोग हैं, हम एक साथ अटैक नहीं करते। एक कैंडिडेट के पीछे 50 लोग का मतलब क्या है? तो
Right. Of course, we have seen Aam Aadmi Party also pushing this narrative that you either choose Delhi's development or you choose hooliganism. And today also we saw several incidents of scuffle breaking out in several parts of area. But so far, the voter turnout is 46%, which is slightly impressive. And 2 more hours to go. And then on the 8th of February, we will know what the Delhi, the national capital, people of the national capital has decided for the future of the national capital.
That's right, and 2 more hours to go. If you're in Delhi, do go out and cast your vote if you haven't already. Thanks so much, Shreya, for getting us that cross-section of voices. And Ishika, what is it like there at the BJP headquarters? BJP really hoping to come back to power after 27 years and hoping that anti-incumbency would be a huge factor.
Well, certainly, from since morning, Gagi, we are in fact trying to talk to BJP leaders, and we have spoken to a lot of them. And all of them say that they are very confident that this time the anti-incumbency is so much there that the BJP will be making a comeback, and that too, almost after 27 years. And today we also, did see the visuals of the BJP's war room that has been made. And in fact, it was JP Nadda, who had visited that. So certainly BJP this time, if you look at the entire campaigning strategy from Prime Minister to Home Minister to, different union ministers and also the chief ministers of the neighboring state, they played a very big part in campaigning for the Delhi BJP in the, in this polls. Now, certainly, if you talk about the local issues like pollution, if you talk about the water pollution, Yamuna, those have been the highlight of the BJP's campaign. And you did see that to what an extent, they certainly took it, from challenging Arvind Kejriwal to take a dip to whatnot. So certainly here, this time BJP's, feels that be it, the Jhuggi dwellers, be it in fact the residents of, in fact, different parts of the national capital, they are very much ready to, in fact, let go of this Aam Aadmi Party government, and that is why they are hoping that they will be making a comeback this time. Over to you.
All right, thanks so much for that, Ishika. And let's now go across to our guests, Aarti Jairath and Amitabh Tiwari joining us. And Aarti, it's 2 hours to go for polling, and it's probably already in the bag who is going to be ruling Delhi for the next 5 years. A very hard-fought election, very ugly also at times, as elections are too much these days. It's more and more common that they become uglier and uglier. But yes, for Aam Aadmi Party, it's battling the anti-incumbency. Also, their leaders having been under attack, and one would really wonder if they maintain that support base that they had.
Yes, I know. I think that's why this time the election seems to be so hotly contested, because unlike the last 2 elections where Aam Aadmi Party had a very clear edge, it was so obvious. This time that edge seems to have thinned. And, whether it means defeat or victory, we wait for the results and to see. But I just want to talk on the turnout figures. Simultaneously, we're seeing 2 by-polls happening, one in Tamil Nadu and one in UP. And it's really interesting because by-polls usually don't generate very much interest. But till 3 p.m., both in UP and in Tamil Nadu, the turnout has been higher than Delhi. So, what does it say about the voters in Delhi? Are they not enthused by these elections? Or is it just the usual urban apathy that is, that we're seeing, that the voter turnout should be less than 50% at 3 p.m.? There are still, of course, 2 hours to go, and maybe this will jump a little more. And I certainly hope it does, because, elections are the lifeline of every democracy, and people must participate. But it's interesting that the 2 by-polls seem to have generated more enthusiasm amongst voters than the Delhi Assembly elections, which seemingly are so hotly contested.
That's right, among the media as well, given one of those by-polls, Milkipur is in Ayodhya. But Amitabh Tiwari will be, those numbers that will come out later, something you're going to be analyzing, and whether AAP has been able to maintain its support base among the Jhuggis, among, the Muslim vote bank, women. That's one, voters group that all parties have really been reaching out to and promising them, that monthly allowance. And and the BJP really hoping that its narrative narrative or its push promising Delhi that double-engine Sarkar is something that will convert more support for them?
Yeah, so essentially, of course, it's a battle of three M's, as I would say, Mahila, minorities, and middle class. So the women voters, anyways, are kingmakers or are emerging as kingmakers in most of the elections. However, there is one issue here is that the Aam Aadmi Party has not been able to implement the Mahila Samman Yojana. So wherever the women turned up in large numbers and backed the parties, which is Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and even Jharkhand, 2 to 3 or even more than 3 installments of that cash toll was deposited in the women's account. So that's one issue which they are facing this time, because then it becomes a promise, and Congress and BJP have also promised similar or even higher amounts. Then, as you discussed about the minority vote, now Muslims and Sikhs both around 18% of population, and they have been voting in larger numbers compared to the Hindus for the Aam Aadmi Party. Here, the BJP strategy is that the Congress, which has upped the ante, at least in some seats, would play some kind of spoiler and dent the support base of the Aam Aadmi Party. But conversely, the voters might feel that the Congress is a vote cutter, and voting for Congress would help the BJP emerge as uh, victorious. Then there is the middle class. Now, middle class shifts between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP between Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. And we have to see whether these Sheesh Mahal and Liquorgate allegations, along with the budget tax relief, has made significant dent in the support of Aam Aadmi Party. See, the turnout wise, if you see, I think the numbers are fairly good, because in almost 8 hours we have 47% kind of turnout, which is almost 6%. So it seems to me that by the end of the day, we will be there is a higher chance that the previous years 2020's turnout of 62.82 or around 63% is likely to be crossed this time in Delhi. And Delhi is one of the rare metros where the voting percentage actually is fairly high compared to other metros like Mumbai or a Bangalore, where we've seen voting percentages in the 50s.
All right, what a sad state of affairs that is, given that in all our metros we see such a low voter turnout. Aarti Jairath, all of us have seen how Arvind Kejriwal came to power on this anti-corruption plank, and this time he is under attack. AAP is under attack over the corruption charges. That's what we hear again and again from BJP leaders. So that it's something quite ironic to see, and also the freebies culture or this promises is clearly here to stay. After state after state, we've seen the same promises being made to the electorate.
Absolutely. Gargi, in all my years, I've seen very few elections that have been so cynically populist as this Delhi election. 5 years ago, the BJP ran a fairly strong Hindutva campaign talking about Shaheen Bagh, and, we had Anurag Thakur, come out with some very strong communal statements. But this time, the BJP has only been talking about freebies and, of course, Arvind Kejriwal's corruption. And each of the three parties that are in the fray have tried to outdo the other by promising more freebies, more money to women, more this, more that, more the other. And, I don't know how healthy this is for democracy. The last time around, the Aam Aadmi Party campaigned on its 5 years in government, when they had, during which they had improved government school education, they had provided Mohalla clinic services for the poor, and of course there was a free Bijli Pani, in some areas it actually managed to even introduce water 24/7. So, there was actually an element of pride in governance and governance issues that dominated the elections last time. This time, it's out and out populist. It's like, can I buy your vote by promising you this much money, or, these many scholarships, or, so on. So it makes the voter cynical as well, because,
right.
The voter wants to see, which side his bread is better buttered, with the BJP or the Congress or Aam Aadmi Party. And that's not a very healthy trend for democracy. I'm
So
afraid,
definitely it has,
we
you know,
need to
the
get some
economists
idealism
raising their
back.
arms up and, you know, just very frustrated with this sort of situation. And also, I think for the BJP, after deriding it as ravery, now it's clearly something that they've joined wholeheartedly. But thank you so much both for joining us on the program.